your C bias showing right now? Is that what's happening?
I mean, maybe, but you got to represent the region, right?
Fair enough. I can appreciate that. Yeah, I'm a big Androit fan. I've really liked this team for a long time. I think that they have done the grow. Everybody was super sad about what major, and obviously it sucks even more. The major isn't happening, but maybe it gives them enough time to get visa issues sorted out to the whole team. But I like it a lot.
It's like one thing after the other, right?
Yeah.
Like there was the visa issues and they had the connection issues during the qualifiers and like a bunch of other stuff. Like Androit isn't a huge organization, so things like majors are a huge deal for them. And the thing that I like best about them, as you said, they're a group that have stuck together for a long time. They're a full like homegrown squad, and they're clutch as well. That's the other big thing I like about them. They can lose the first game in the series and then come back and then go through the lower bracket and come back and win the entire thing. It's crazy the amount of times that they've done it, and it wouldn't surprise me if they can do it again.
You know what's interesting is that I would actually go the other route, and I would have said that the thing about them that is their biggest limitation is that they're like anti-clutch. That I feel like at various points when they've been in like playoff situations, that's when they've tended to fall apart, and it feels like that's been able to go away a little bit. I think that you're talking about is like the same type of clutchness, which is like not being hurt by when they fall behind, I guess.
Yeah, they're always in it, and what I mean as well is, like within the C region, it's a very different kettle of fish to, for example, at a LAN at playoffs. Like they're very, very good in C, and I think in this since 7.25 in all of its iterations, I think they have a better record overall than Geek Fam, and they've both played around 20-25 games. So
be cool to watch them. Geek Fam, we've been talking a lot about Androit, but they're definitely a very strong organization as well. Cuckoo, Zephyr. I think Cuckoo, for a long time, I think he was my favorite player. I had him as like my gold cards in the little there, just because back when he was playing mid, it was like he was such a polarizing player within the game. Or like I just think of these games where he would absolutely dominate everybody else, and then he would like feed 4 times in the team because of it. Like that was he was Queen in Pain embodied. And then obviously he's had a very different change to where he went to support, now playing off lane, and it feels like that's a really good place for him.
Yeah, and you love the players that have a personality. You can say this is what this person is like, and Cuckoo, for better or worse, is one of those players.
Totally.
I'd say Raven probably is another one of those. He's pretty vocal. We get to see him a lot. He's very recognizable. He's very unique. And hopefully for Androit that they can have that similar sort of impact. I think it kind of requires that LAN presence, so maybe it's going to be a little bit delayed because of the current world situation, but smoke, are we going to see a little clash here? Geek Fam scouting out.
It feels like they know this is coming. We also would be remiss if we didn't mention Carl, as he is going to head off this direction, place down a ward that'll probably get dewarded and maybe even die, depending upon his angle movement. Man, he walk up this hill, it's going bad, but Bach just walks into him, maybe anticipating that they were going to be able to get him in time, but Carl gets out. But he has looked give him the try hard. He's just spamming try harder and then good lucks him. What the hell's wrong with this guy?
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with a bit of banter, as long as it's friendly. Like playful insults are my jam.
But yeah, Carl, when I think his Ember and a couple other of his heroes,
here we go.
He's looked like a superstar as well. So this is a matchup that I'm really excited to see for both teams for different reasons. And we'll see how they end up playing it. Boomy and Bach playing in the off lane together. They're going to face up against Raven and Whitemon. Huddle, PL already taking that Spirit Lance, ready to go. Chakra Magic me up.
Not meant to be, not meant to be.
I feel like we're going to get a lot of chat wheel this game. That's just a feeling.
They head out across the map. Natsumi going to pop meta and create a couple hits there with Zephyr. Wants to secure the... Actually hit that last hit, but that's fine. And is going to get that one denied. Man, that is not a great start there for the Terrorblade. Popping Metamorphosis, missing a last hit, and then getting a range creep denied.
Yeah.
God, terrible.
I mean, you could see Cuckoo was ready to overwhelming odds the range creep, but the fact that they got it, like at least the experience, that's really what you want from it. Like the gold is nice, but if you're able to get one of the two, you're relatively happy.
Oh, stun. Forward. But careful here. I don't know, but I think that Natsumi got his range creep denied. I don't think that he got the XP for it. If I'm...
Oh no, the other way around. Like Geek, he was Natsumi was in range to be able to deny Geek Fan's range creep, and then he just didn't.
Yeah, bizarre. Well, so far so good. Mac gonna lay out some good harassment here on to Carl, who get it as well. Has a salve available. Both heroes do. He can try and play for saving it. Next round of creeps come. Well, back out.
I'd say, man, this PL, like you just see it every single game. I'm happy that it got a slight nerf in the recent patch because, especially with a coddle, it's so easy to last hit. The Phantom Rush giving you that extra bonus agility. You can just spam out the Spirit Lances. It's probably one of the easiest in the game to do it.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that he even ended up going for the Quelling Blade. There's been a lot of games where I've seen other PLs not go for it, but just wanting to make sure that he gets absolutely all of these last hits and that Bach won't have a chance to try and contest him at all. No, could have maybe been a little bit more regen or whatever for him, as he already has the double ring of protection, or rather ring of protection and double ring of regen picked up. Boom, he get the jump away there. Got pushed back under tower and playing Carl, getting low against Mac. Has to be careful, has a mango, but not want to pop the Dragon Slate.
Yeah. I think that's the thing as well, though. You don't need a ton of regen when you've got this Coddle in the lane. He's got the Ring of Regen, keeping him nice and healthy. And Boomy, he's going to have a much rougher time.
That added stress. Top lane, haven't seen a whole lot since that initial going of it, and it looked like Cuckoo's still been able to make a life for himself up here. Zephyr throws out a stun, gonna deny the deny from Natsumi.
Yeah, I'm liking it, and I'm liking as well this pickup of the Ring of Tarask. You know, it's TB's probably one of the only heroes, maybe Naga as well, and possibly PL, that I can still see you buying on very early into the game because of how beneficial it is to the illusions, and you don't really have to worry too much about armor. You've got such high base armor.
Oh my god, they take down the Coddle there. Gonna also get the Courier. Boomy, make him plays. He will get punished for it, but if Raven's not careful, Bach was there to get aggressive. So with the Ring of Health, the double Ring of Regen, he's got 13 HP regen just naturally. And they managed to find that kill onto the Coddle, and he can just stay in this lane. And Raven's not really able to do that much.
Yeah, I mean, you want to try out lasting Bach? Give it a go. It's not going to work.
Mac was thinking about it. Decided to go for it there in the mid lane. Carl's getting very low. Does have a Courier coming on out with a mango as well as a salve, but right now you can see Mac is having a very nice time in this lane, and in terms of just net worth, he's 500 ahead of DP. Has had to ferry out a lot of this regen.
Mac doing a great job. Raven, he's down to his last tango, just had a healing salve popped onto him, so it's just this Ring of Regen they're going to have afterwards. And Androit in a commanding position to be able to safely farm in the lane.
Very happy with that.
Yeah, all that lane dominance means that Boomy is free to just go and secure the bounty rune without any contest. Mackey's going to pick up the one in their safe try camp area.
Carl doesn't have a bottle yet, so can't really do the same for himself. You can see this, just a little bit ahead of the Death Prophet. Feeling quite good. Good for Androit, as Cuckoo keeps the pressure on Natsumi. Even when he was in that metamorphosis there, we could see that with the pressure that Lion brings to lane and also having that overwhelming odds, even just at level 1, not an easy lane thing for Natsumi at all.
Yeah, and we could see the two supports, Zephyr as well as CML, they were kind of positioning up against each other, trying to deny this pull-through, and it just means that because Zephyr was able to do it so well, Cuckoo's now fixed up the lane equilibrium, and he's able to farm safely.
Cool as a cucumber, just hanging out. He's actually going for more points up and press the attack. I'm a little bit surprised by that, but they're going to go for a haste movement now. Mac, this is not scouted. This is really dangerous.
Yeah, it's nighttime.
And heading over, they get the connection. Oh, good Earth Spike. It's not going to keep Zephyr alive, I don't think. Well, maybe. They turn it back around. That's why just blow him up. A quick Laguna Blade to the face. So they're going to try and chase down Cuckoo now. Trying to set up that light strike array. Is going to connect, and CML, one last punch from Mac, gets the kill. I don't know if he saw the bounty rune on the way, but he might make that move.
Is it worth a shot? No, doesn't look like he's going to. Pick up the clarity, and is Geek Fam even aware that it exists?
Like, I mean, they know that nobody went to get it, I'm assuming. Maybe they think that with Mac making that move that nobody might have picked it up.
Yeah, I'm liking this rotation from Boomy as well, just getting that key little bit of experience. They've spotted him out, so I don't think anything bad's going to happen to Carl here, but while he was here, he was able to stack up that camp to the right of Mac, and it just helps to potentially extend that lead even further. Bok.
7 minutes in. The intro. Says 10 stick charges, pops him there. Stomp trying to run. Silence afterwards. Connection onto all three. Bok's not going down. He's living through it. The man's got a Vanguard and the double ring of regen. They will kill off Boomy here, but Bok looks like he's going to live it. Now the turn takes down Whitemon. Okay, there you go.
You'd be pretty happy with that. All three cores on the Androit side. Pretty healthy game, and it's only Raven here, which honestly, if he didn't have a great lane with this Coddle sitting alongside him, I would have been a lot more questionable, but it's definitely on his shoulders to try and carry this out for him.
Yeah, he needs to have a great one. Fusel Blade gonna allow him to get into the game, but I'm worried about this Centaur that just seems like such a hard hero to deal with, as they are going to pop the Stampede to back away, as Carl did pop Exorcism. We still have a Laguna Blade available, though no mana to cast it right now on Lena. Now maybe think about trying to... it'd be really hard to make this work. Can't really go into Carl there. She's just gonna farm up mid instead.
Yeah, I think that's totally fine. Good rotation through on both sides to quell a lot of that aggression that's coming through. Oh, and here are some of those stats. So DP, pretty value for that to have, but as soon as she picks up a better item, wouldn't be surprised if that went over to the PL just for that sustain in his illusion.
The big rotation bottom brought Natsumi in. He has Metamorph if he wants to use it. Pop it now. Tower. Similar type of move made top lane. Try and get as much damage onto this tower as he can. There is a rotation coming though, and also set up to fight against this Coddle here. So they're going to TP to defend the tower while simultaneously making sure to take down the tier 1 bottom. So good movement by Androit right here, recognizing just how strong they are.
Yeah.
Be aggressive around the map.
And because it was nighttime, Whitemon was just out of range to be able to deward that deep observer that Android had put down. So taking full advantage of the different phases of the game and getting themselves a little bit of a lead as a result.
Handle? Oh, they steal it? He stole the pro handle. Oh, what a god. All right, that works. Now need to be careful. Cuckoo thinking about turning for the duel, has to be careful. Dodges up the other side. This is the wrong side of the map. You guys this is not your home, Cuckoo. Laguna Blade chase down. They just want to get this kill desperately. Everybody chasing, and Cuckoo, spam try harder.
Have fun trying to bust down radiant structures now.
It's pulled a lot of heroes away though, so it's not the worst. And we go the double D ward actually on Whitemon now, so that's a healthy injection of gold for him. And you know, it gives some of the heroes on Geek Fam some time to be able to reset make sure things go a bit more their way.
So I'm pretty sure that was the broom handle. I'm not crazy, right? That was broom handle for Geek Fam, but they don't have it anymore.
Radiant's mid tower.
Got double broom handle. Tar had one too. Nice.
Just that little bit of extra armor for the puck. Always nice to have.
Attack range too. Alright, so they're gonna use another exorcism up top here. Looks like they're going to be able to pop the glyph on the side of Androit to keep pressure off of that top tower for a little bit. Let them expend a few more resources, but they will eventually get the tower. Cuckoo's game, he's just going to be trying to go for a quick blink dagger. There isn't really that. I guess the Lion is the other burst hero to play together with Cuckoo.
Yeah. Oracle here. Stick up onto his level 6.
It's an easy blow up there. Start building those stacks.
Have TPs up on Mac. He didn't have it on off cooldown, and Puck didn't actually have a TP at all.
Oh my god.
And this tower's really getting jumped.
Yeah, I mean, they had the Lion nearby, and Boomy just like orbed onto him and silenced him, and then they couldn't do anything. I guess that they saw the Lion TP out of mid. They're like, okay, he's going bottom, he doesn't have finger, let's just kill him. Because that's the only place that he's going to TP to. So really good reading of the map by Androit.
I'd say good reading of the map, maybe as well just a bit of a knock on the positioning of Whitemon. If you're coming up against Terrorblade and you've got a siege creep and the lane's pushed in, probably you want to be the person that's just sitting in those trees, pushing out the lane as quickly as you can.
Right.
Radiant's mid tower could use a hand.
Back out here. Raven not feel comfortable pressing that much further forward in this lane, and he hasn't felt that comfortable. This is going to be forced to the other side of the map to farm. It's everything's just feeling a little off from Geek Fam in this game, and Androit feel like they have a little bit better control over it. We'll see if they can wrestle some of that back. Another exorcism used. They're going to try and pressure the tier 1 tower mid, but it's dangerous. Looking for the go-ahead. Mac there with the invis. Light Strike Ray going to connect. They still have a Gunnerblade if they want to use it, but they have to back out now. Good Earth Spike. The duel now used onto the side for the Centaur. Mac's going to be saved by the Oracle, but that means nobody's there to save Bach, but he is big and tanky and huge and hard to kill. They blow up Cuckoo, and now another one bites the dust as Carl is going to get taken down. So 3 dead on the side of Geek Fam, and there was another exorcism used with no tower taken.
Exorcism used with no tower taken and a questionable decision to duel the Centaur. I mean, what's he doing? Basically, all he has is defensive items right now, and he'd used the Stampede, so he's not going to be doing all that much in these team fights. I think it would have been much more effective if Cuckoo was just right-clicking literally anyone.
Yeah. Unfortunate thing, or there for a press the attack onto the DP. I think that there might have been like some miscommunication or something where he dueled before the Lina came out of Invis or something like that. I don't know, but whatever the case, it did not work out well. And now 4,000 gold lead for Androit, who are feeling in firm control of this game. I mean, they need Raven to get farmed. This guy's just got to get huge, I guess.
Yeah, they're putting all of the eggs in the one basket, and even now, if you duel anyone essentially except for the Lina, she can just Yules the Legion Commander, so it becomes a lot less of an impact, and the Oracle's always there, just to use the False Promise. He's probably going to die as a bit of a scouting mission here. Killing his own? He's killing his own ward.
Alright.
What?
Can't deny me if I kill my own ward. I guess that they knew that there was vision there or something, and so they're like, all right, we don't want to give the gold over to him. Something like that. That's the only thing I can think of.
Is it not that much of a knife's edge, though, that you want to get rid of vision, like aggressive vision?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, if you force them to buy a sentry ward and then they don't get the gold from it, that's kind of bad, right? I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I think
I'm trying to find reasons.
Especially going into nighttime as well. That Observer Ward is such value to have.
Far so good. Adroit by those betting odds. Very much in front of this game. 3-9 right now. but it's that 5,000 gold lead, and at least for now, a PL that feels like he's been under control. And as the game goes on later too, you know, you've still got answers for him in the form of control with like the puck. It's not the most amazing thing in the world, but you know, the Dream Coil is pretty annoying to deal with for him.
Yeah, Dream Coil, it holds him in place, means you can get off the Waning Rift, which is really nice to have. PL's not going to want to go something like, well, he's still a reasonable distance away from that Manta style, so if Androit keep pressing the advantage that they have right now, especially with the Crimson Guard pickup on Bok, it's going to be very, very deadly for them. Cuckoo tried for the blink in there.
And, I mean, I think this is the eternal struggle for Legion commanders, right? You hit this timing where it's got like a decent blink dagger ready to go, but who does he play with? How does he find kills with this? They don't really have most burst damage in the world. Zephyr's nearby. This could be rough. Cuckoo could be there for the press the attack. This could end up working out okay for Geek Fam if they can keep him alive long enough. Okay, Will-O-Wisp down. Dream Coil connection onto 2 though. Carl's still in some trouble. And the blade is just, oh no, Yules! Living, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It was almost amazing, but then it really wasn't.
I mean, to be fair, he should have died well before that. They missed a ton of spells and they didn't just immediately go on him, but it's still a DP dead. It's still the lane pushed all the way in. Surprise Box walking back to not tank up some of this. You want to keep your creeps as alive as possible.
I think, I mean, at the very least, she didn't pop extra, right? That would have been...
Yeah, that would have been small miracles.
I mean, and I guess the other thing to think about is as they do kill off the courier for Oracle, Cuckoo on the other side of the map just farming. Oh guys, you're gonna walk into all of them. I guess the other thing to think about here is that you could go for a fight now, since know that Metamorphosis is down for another 90 seconds.
Yes, that is true.
Hex. Finding one. Raven's there. They've got the Fusel Blade. Full Scepter. Trying to turn this back around. Gonna force out the Light Strike Ray. Still manages to get stunned, actually. DML nearby. If they're not careful, they might end up running into some trouble. Zephyr's gonna TP away. Doppelganger off to the side, and Raven's out of there. Okay. No, wait, what? Used Exorcism?
Tower could use a little help.
The hell?
Oh. Guess trying to make something happen in mid.
What? What? Why? What's happening? What the hell's happening? Why did that happen?
Maybe thinking they were going to Roche? Yeah. Seems like misclick. I mean, he's going into the Blink Dagger build as well that we saw in the previous series. And it feels very different because Blink Dagger is not really what item that you want when you're playing from behind. It's the sort of thing where you extend your lead as a result of it when picked with a DP.
Right. Maybe, I mean, if there's one good thing about this game right now, at least, fam, it's that Androit don't really have the greatest defensive tool right now. Natsumi's going for Aghanims. All right, let's go.
There's some defense.
Yeah. How do you feel about the Ags now? It's like infinitely better than it was when it was the worst item in the world. But do you like it as like just a sort of a third item?
Not as a third item. I think it's more of a luxury pick for me.
It's actually a second item. It's after.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't seen as much evidence that it's really vital.
Okay.
You know, these guys are the pros. They know what's up. Oh, they found out PL.
Oh no. Light Strike Ray comes through. Laguna Blade dead. Raven out of there. And on the other side, Zephyr also goes down. Bok just blew him up.
Yeah.
A ton of damage.
That's what happens when you play on the edge. Get cut.
Not great. I guess
Sent with a Lotus Orb.
Hypothetically, if things go south also for Natsumi, he could go into like a Scotty afterwards.
Oh, they're gone in deep again.
Boomy. For the root, not going to find it. Silence to retreat. And Carl does have his Blink Dagger. So, I don't know. We'll see. Metamorphosis used. They're going to have Exorcism back up shortly. Can they do anything here, though? I mean, maybe they're going to try and go for like a quick jump. God, this could turn south so quickly. They have Laguna Blade back up in 6 seconds. Mac is nearby. Looking to go for it.
Top towers taken.
Pulling the creep wave the other direction. And they're just trying to hold off if possible.
Yeah, they can just run away. They're gone in deep. Nice, great vision.
Some vision there. Gonna play just destroys the lion. I don't know. Zephyr has not been alive very much recently. He's died twice in the past like minute and a half.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to play as a lion, you know, when you're playing from behind again. It's one of those heroes where it snowballs, right? It's a snowballing support. You're not really selfless in too many ways. Whereas Puck, for a support, can still do stuff in team fights. You know, you can push out lanes very easily. You don't need to be kept in vulnerable positions for too long. It's a little rough.
Puck's gonna back away here. He does have the blink dagger. Kills off the creep wave. Retreats back. We have it coming out. All right, Natsumi. See it. So, for everybody that doesn't know, grants you Terror Wave. Causes the wave to travel outward in all directions, forcing your heroes to become feared upon impact. Pretty big range. Pretty unbelievably big range. And it's a long duration. I mean, I don't know. It's interesting.
Oh, and it's only usable when you're in Metamorphosis as well.
Right. All right,
Lots of
smoke up.
pings. Looking at everything.
Find anybody there, it looks like.
PL can pick up this illusion rune, yeah. Gonna be handy.
Still just broke as a joke. Needs a bit over 900 gold to finish off.
Dyer's mid
Oh,
tower.
nice. Well done. No deny for the tower for Bach. Kuku came in and said no. How's the Lotus Orb used? Bottom lane being pushed in by the Puck.
Pretty safe.
Pressure is coming. Natsumi has Metamorphosis back up again. They're going to get the
got
lift
up
up.
Umi.
Trouble brewing at Radiant's.
Does have that silence available.
How about that?
While the chase coming on the other side, they've already killed off Lion. Going to be able to throw out that blinding light, trying to chase down, but not going to find him. And immediately they head on in towards Roche.
Radiant's top
Yeah,
tower.
why not? They created all this pressure on the bottom side with a position 4.
You know what I just realized? It's the coil into Terror Wave.
Yep.
Oh, that's really cool.
It's a similar sort of thing, like a lot of teams, well, I'm surprised that more didn't do it when Dark Willow first came out. It felt like a really busted combo.
Yeah. Obviously the Venge is the other one that... All right, Natsumi. Chase him down. Give him the wave. I'm going to be terribly disappointed when he doesn't cast this ability one time this entire game.
Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, it was 4,200 gold, just blushed.
I mean, he gives him some stats, right?
Yeah, but you could just go Skadi, you know. Oh, they found Raven again.
Eesh, Boomy, in some trouble. They're moving in. Oh, they don't have ulti anymore. No, they can't break the tether. Natsumi trying to run. Oh, stomp. Okay, now the chase down for Carl. He's rooted for a little while. Still trying to run. Get the Yule Scepter lift up. Is going to be enough to kill off that Death Prophet.
I mean, I asked for longer games, and we've got 24 minutes, 14k net worth lead with a completed Ags on the Terrorblade.
Regeneration.
Come on, Geek fam. Think of me. Think of what I want.
You're not wrong. And I'll be honest, I think the Geek fam, really, if you could be chiding anybody at this point, it's probably Androit for the ones that are ahead. I'm pretty sure the Geek fam wanted it the other way as well.
You know,
True.
Real.
Be honest about it. Boomy's almost got his Aghanims too. It's gonna be such a long stun. Terror
Yeah.
wave.
Terror waved, and then you've got people all in that area, so that's multiple people getting hit by Dragon Slave and Light Strike, and it's just chaos.
This will do nicely.
A prize.
Parakeet's picked up. It's not on the team that wants it the most though. See if Geek fam are able to get one for themselves because they are going to need it. All right, Cuckoo, TPing in. They've got the Lina here. Gotta be careful. Stampede looking for the follow-up. They connect. On to Cuckoo. Blade Mail's there. Not gonna matter. Kill off the man. Other side, they will not be able to track down Boomy. As he gets the blink away after the orb, he's fine and dandy.
Yeah. I mean, like we were saying before, it's the sort of thing where, yeah, he's built up most of the Ags, but even if he had only this Blink Dagger, he would be doing a similar sort of thing and still having an impact. Lion is essentially just running around, and if something good happens, or if Adroit play it poorly, then great, he's going to benefit from it. But otherwise, he's just a non-factor.
Yeah, and they have this one catapult here, which they're hoping to find a second wave behind, but Geek Fam not gonna get Boomy yet. Is hiding off in the trees. Oh, Zephyr, hello. Blinks away, tries to run. Oh no, he's on the other side, and Boomy gets away. So much space created as they all manage to get out of their Mac. Looking, follow, find anybody. Won't actually even be able to kill off the creep wave.
Yeah, just pushes it in, keeps the pressure up throughout the map. Now you've got the Metamorphosis back, and what's he got? Greater Fairy Fire. Okay, so even before now, tough luck killing this Aegis holding Terrorblade.
Right.
Probably look to use the meta very soon. If used it right now, it would only be about 30 seconds left on the Aegis, so now's the right time.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie to you, the only thing that's interesting in this game anymore, it feels like, is Natsumi Aghanim's.
Yeah.
everything else just feels so bad for Geek
Give
Fam.
us the combo.
Let's see if they can do it. I haven't actually even seen him cast it yet, I don't think, in any of the games, the Ag's Terrorblade.
I mean, Boom is just jungling, so he's not even there.
Well, they're going, trying to take this down, heal back up. Have a little bit longer duration left on this as they get the Blinding Light pushed back, losing a lot of mana. Has to be careful here as they're going to try and take down these racks. When are they going to decide to jump? Boomy's there, they're all grouped together, 3 of them. They want it, but it's a little bit too scary, it looks like. Natsumi, the Metamorphosis wearing off. There he goes. Oh, run away. The coil.
They did it anyway. Oh!
No, then no follow-up.
Well, the follow-up's probably maybe killing Raven, right?
Well, the rest of the team's coming in there, actually, though. They managed to get the stomp, and he's just dead. Okay, never mind. I thought there was maybe a follow-up, but there is no follow-up. God, that was so disappointing.
I mean, it happened at least, right? You know, we got something.
By the way, there needs to be like a cooler particle effect for the freaking terror wave. That was not terrifying. That was mild mannered, if anything.
It was a black deafening blast, basically.
You know what I want to see? Do you remember Diablo 2? When you played against Diablo, you went Act 4, Throne of Destruction, or not Throne of Destruction, Throne of Terror, or whatever it was. And he had when you played against Diablo, he had those giant fire rings that would shoot out around him. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. I want to see something like that, but with like giant green particle effects coming out as Boomy just misses a Dream Coil.
Yeah, just little things. He's been playing great all game. Yeah. He's afforded a couple of those. Or like some great audio effects, like if he like had some maniacal laugh or something like that as he did it.
Yeah, or he just like yells, "Boo!" You know, it's terrifying. Yeah, that's the way to do it.
And Cuckoo's just running into Natsumi.
Yeah.
Invisibility.
But yeah, I want to see some cool particle effects on that one. Green fire shooting out. It needed to be like taller. It needs to like come out of the ground. He like yells at the ground, and then that like reverberates out.
Yeah. Or just like a spooky ghost comes up, you know?
Yeah. Get it.
All right, well, they got the Ags on Carl now, so maybe he'll have a bit more of that survivability.
Oh, careful. Oh, run away. Jump in. They found one. They have Oracle right behind him. This is not a fight. This is not a fight. Oh, you guys got to get the hell out of here. This is terrifying. They push it back. A good Yule Scepter to keep the damage off, but they will kill off Cuckoo nonetheless. Bach blows up Zephyr. They're going to take down Carl, and GG is over.
They didn't even need the combo. Oh.
That's sad.
Yeah. 8-hour game, 26k net worth, dominating display coming out, and yeah, it was. Well, it's hard to even highlight an MVP of that game. I'd probably give it to Boomy, right? He just created a ton of space on the map. He didn't die a lot, and he just kept them wanting to keep pushing forward into their objectives and denying the same from Geek Fam.